Hello. Are we
Hello.
caught up with each other? All right.
Yeah.
Yes, we hear each other. Awesome. Um, let me I didn't start it beforehand. I usually start beforehand, but I'll start some music and it'll be loud at first and then I'll make it quieter. Just a second.
See you in the chat.
Hello. People have been saying hello in chat, but I was not going to pop you up over the countdown. I think Derwent was first. Yes.
There's a delay between voice and audio. Interesting.
Oh.
For both of us or just one of us?
I heard the music kind of stalling and then catching up to itself during the stream. Yeah, you made it to the stream. Very good. Well, we'll see if it catches up. It might just catch up. Just me.
Here's hoping.
Well,
if it was me, I could go to wired connection rather than wireless.
I'm on that already.
I meant to be on that, and I didn't manage it. During the next commercial break, I'll switch over to my wired. It'll be great.
Very good. Okay. Well, what we're going to be doing this evening is looking at this the prototype listing for the May event. I'll put the link in the chat in case y'all don't know where it is. This is where you can go to see what we're going to be seeing. Emily's gonna drive the browser view, and I'm going to keep my eye on the chat and talk to y'all.
And don't forget, if you haven't added your prototype to this, you can still do it while we're talking and sneak it in here. I know some of you are furiously typing.
Yes, I'll give you the link for that too in the chat. And show it here on the screen. All right. Oh, okay. And the first one is the standard, let's kick this listing off. Protospiel Online as a prototype spiel. To say we do end up watching how the event goes and adding new things every time we run this. And I would say the biggest new thing that we have this time is that, hello chat, is that we will have a summary of the games that are currently open for testers in a very short, like bullet point sort of list in another channel besides looking for a game that's called On Deck. And it is listening to the looking for a game channel. It knows when the full icon gets added and it removes the game from the list. So the list should stay pretty short. It should be empty ideally we'd like to get that list empty and go be playing prototypes, but anything that is not being played currently, even if it was posted earlier, like one of the big reasons that we did this is that people do have an option to say in 3 hours I will be ready to play test this, right? But then other people keep posting and their listing is further up and people have to scroll up and it's hard for the mods to find and it's hard for other people to notice that it's not full. So this is going to help highlight that. And yeah, you could it'll be a linked title of the game and you can click that to see the details of the game and just hop kind of back and forth between these two channels that are going to be in the Discord list on that left side panel right next to each other in the looking for a game section.
Sweet.
So yeah, and that's the biggest thing that's really changed. One thing I had thought might be interesting to do during this stream is, especially because it's associated with some of the things we're going to be seeing as we look at the posts, there's a section that's optional. There's a lot of optional things on these posts. Like if you don't have a video, you don't have to have a video, but if you do, you can share it, etc. There's a lot of variety in what you can share in your post on our website. But one of the things that's an option is to tag your game with what kind of mechanics it has or theme or whatever you want for that, and that's labeled as bingo matching for our bingo game. So maybe we can take a minute to say what the bingo game is, and maybe even while we're talking about it, I might share my screen
Perfect.
and go make my bingo card.
Right. Do you want me to stop sharing so you can do that, or?
No,
Okay,
I can
great.
just switch to.
You have all the power,
just...
Heather. I love it. So much power that I didn't even know existed. I agree, Tanner. I think it's an awesome upgrade.
Yes, and that was my husband Will who built that from scratch.
Awesome.
Yeah, he he listened to what, I mean, it was a bit of a team effort to talk about how it should work. You know, we talked about it as a team after the last event, and he kind of listened to that feedback and trying to okay. Where I need to go to make the card is the link is in the Discord, and I do not want to share that screen because it has people's real names and such in there. So I'll just narrate myself for a second, going to one thing, which is the convention guide, which is in the PO attendees and alumni section. In the convention guide, one of the panels is for bingo. So I'll find bingo, and then I'm clicking here to claim my bingo card. All right, so I've hit that link. That is where the link is. It's inside the Discord because it's only for attendees. And I will show you what it looks like when you do that. One sec. I'm giving everybody extra time to post their prototype by doing something a little different than I usually do in this stream.
Type faster. I posted something right before I logged on here, and it's got almost no information on it, but it is posted. So.
Okay.
All right.
Right. We can talk about it that way. Okay. So it'll tell you that this is for May 2025. You can generate a card. And there's this pop over here, and you have your choices. You can just save this link for yourself. This is your personal bingo card, and it's possible to mark it here, just very easily clicking it. I like to use it as a journal, so I make sure to close this and then click this again. I close that to make sure it's not obscuring the grid, because it will print. If I hit print when that's up, it will print that too. And I'm going to print it. And I'm not going to get up and get it, but I'm just going to print my card right now. Personally, I do hard mode, and I just take the first thing that's given to me. But it is possible to get a new one right here. Okay?
You could play two bingo cards at once.
Like.
Really double your money.
I guess you could, yes. And you can change them as much as you want to. But okay, I kicked you out when no. I see you. I see it. I can turn it back on. No, I kicked your screen out.
Oh, there it is.
Put it back though. Yeah. So you can right now go get your bingo card. The best idea is to have it before you get started. And it has these kind of things that we'll see in the tags at the bottom. And I did do a big refresh also of the bingo, the things that are included in bingo. Like I added about 20 things per category. I added a lot of things. I
saw that. I really liked it. It was very exciting to see more categories that my games could fall into, because I feel like sometimes they're just, I had like one. It was like thematic. Right. And so now I felt like there was just a whole bunch of other things that fit the kind of games I'd brought. So that was very cool to see.
Yay. Yeah. And I've heard you all say that, and it's been, I had been trying to make a way to have you tell me what you needed things to be and hadn't quite figured out how to do that. And what really helped me do it this time is that I've started doing the Minigame Monday live streams, which if you're new to, like if you're coming to this stream for the first time, any kind of Protospiel online stream, this is your first one. I have started streaming weekly, which I didn't used to do. And I've been making puzzles out of the titles of games that have been shared at past Protospiel Onlines. And the ones that did fill out bingo details made it easier for me to make trivia-y clues for them for a crossword puzzle. And so the ones that are bingo matched will get into a crossword puzzle and get featured on the stream. Everybody who put anything in here is going to be featured in a jigsaw puzzle that I'll make just a word collage of all the names and then turn it into a jigsaw puzzle and solve it on the stream. So it's just an opportunity for us to talk about the titles again, like see them pop up again. It will be fall before we'll do the ones for May. I'll be doing the ones for January over the summer. So I have some time to make the puzzles and everything. But yeah, so there's a new reason to add bingo matching. And as I made those puzzles, I said, oh man, like this game isn't like this game is missing a tag it needs. You know what I mean? I was looking at a lot of individual games and I was seeing trends of themes that people did use and they couldn't tag. And so it gave me a ton of ideas for without having to, you know, have y'all fill out a survey or something to tell me what you needed. So
That's awesome.
I've been up in my thoughts here and not thank you, Tanner. Yes, I'm very excited for the upgrade that Will built.
Yeah, definite shout out to Will. Like that, kudos. I don't know if you're watching, Will, but from a different room.
I think he's got a regular Thursday night friend group meeting. I think he's at that right now, but he will love to hear that from you. If you're at the event, definitely hit him up with your thoughts about it, especially if they're happy thoughts.
Yeah. We can answer. Can we explain what unranked games are for Tanner or for others? And
yeah,
Zoe, I saw you in the chat. If you want to add to that, but I'll do my best. Right, unranked games are games where there are not necessarily ranks. Right, there's not victory points of who got the most and who got the least. There are other ways that you can contemplate whether or not you won or not, and what does it mean to win. And it's a whole bunch of really cool stuff that's happening in part of the community right now. And so I suspect we're going to see a bunch of unranked games this weekend.
And I think that the hierarchy is unranked is the umbrella category, and victorless is a type of unranked, and multi-victor is a type of unranked. So
that I believe that is correct.
That was also something when I was setting this all up. I talked to Lunar Punk folks, and there have been some geek lists, created on Board Game Geek that I could link to, and it has the definitions there too.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yep.
Love it. So good. It's basically the new hotness. So
I was a little suspicious that Tanner was just teeing
I
us
also
up.
wasn't sure. I mean? I was like, I don't know. The ha-ha threw me. Whether it's like I don't know, or like, haha, I'm totally in the know. I don't know. But I'm sure there was someone listening who didn't know what an unranked game was. So
100%. Yes, it's a new definition being created.
Yeah.
But I expect there probably will be quite a few, because a lot of people, some of the first unranked games that these people were making, they tested here, and then people who play tested them went, whoa, that was really different. And now I want to make one. So it's like, it's spreading. The propaganda is spreading.
The hotness is spreading. Everyone wants to get on this train because it's a very fun train.
Well, there's Zoe is here.
Zoe's chat stopped working right when we needed it to respond, but that's okay. We got this. All right. Yes, the points don't matter, even if there are points. there might not be points.
Right. It's there some listening actually. Emily is a co-host on Building the Game, or a sometimes co-host, maybe you all
Yes.
say. And they've had a couple of good interviews about unranked games with different designers and the reasons behind it and all, like going into all of that. Those episodes are good ones to listen to. And also Lunarpunk has started doing a YouTube series.
Nice.
It's new. It's something at dusk. Tell me what it is.
I am not
Zoe.
gonna be able to answer that one. I do love the irony of Zoe being the unranked champion.
Yes. Is it dialogues? It's dialogues at dusk is what it's
There we
called
go.
on
Yep.
Lunarpunk's YouTube, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. I got it. I got it before you told me. Yes. My brain started working again. And so they're talking about their having guests and talking about different of those kind of
Love it.
games. Hello, thanks for popping in.
There we go. There. Yep.
Mhm.
They've got an intro at Dialogue at Dusk. Love it.
Very good. Okay.
All right.
First game.
Yeah, let's dive in. We've given y'all enough time to frantically enter things. So, Intrusion Confusion by Croy.
This one
Yeah.
I play tested in January. Have you? I believe Croy is at BMG too, so I wonder if you've run across it there.
I haven't run across it. I'm sort of a midday Wednesday, Thursday, Friday tester. Maybe Croy tests at a different time. But a hacker-themed worker
Yeah.
placement hidden trader game. Solve a sliding block puzzle with face-down tiles. Each player has 5 cards. 3 say their role, and 2 have the opposite role. Interesting.
Yeah, so you're trying to debug that central grid, right? That's sort of like as I recall, right? They're all face down and you can like hop them around and you want to get like you want to kind of wall off the bad parts, if I recall. You want to get them into one section so you can rotate. You have power or like actions that let you manipulate that grid. Or manipulate the tiles kind of that are sitting in that grid. And it was there was a lot of distrust going around that table when we play tested it. It created that vibe for sure.
Well, it says it's in final testing, so that's exciting. It's going to be on screen top. Right, so it looks familiar to me, but I think it's because it was here last time. And so I probably saw it last time we were here. They are looking for a publisher and want to go into retail and distribution. Love it. Bluffing and hidden roles, futuristic sci-fi. Look at all the things that could be on bingo. It's going to be so good. All right.
Yeah. Good.
Prophecy Quest. Joachim and Joe. I think I played this. I don't know if it had a different name when I played it. So,
possibly.
Yeah, this is inspired by retro JRPGs like Final Fantasy. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of a tickle. Heather, you want to take over for a second while I cough?
Sure, go ahead. This is like you're a band of traveling heroes, right? But only one of you can win by being the one who does the death blow to the final boss, or really, actually, I don't think but being the one to kill the final boss. The idea is that you're a band, I think, but you don't.
I think
maybe I'm wrong. That
out
you
all separate.
Together.
We were just we were all doing our own thing.
I think we
headed for the hills to get the
all
boss.
separate, but you're all going towards the same goal, I guess. Maybe.
And you like move on to new hexagons and pick up stuff, and sometimes it's a monster and you have to fight it.
Sometimes it's a shop.
Apparently it's been Prophecy Quest for forever, and I played it at least once, maybe twice, and just don't remember the name. So my bad.
Yeah, I think I might have played this one
Mhm.
in just the last one, so more
Yeah.
recently. But yeah, this is Joachim and
Mhm.
Joe.
Looking for a publisher, but
Yes, every
also
player for
Mindgate,
themselves.
which I think Mindgate is
Yep,
Joachim's company, right? Yeah.
that's right.
Very cool. All right. King's Palace.
Okay, this one's new.
Croy.
New to me.
Yes. Avalon,
Okay.
but with an evil majority. Find the few good people you can trust without exposing
Mhm.
the king who knows all. Co-designing with Raven, 1207.
Cool.
Excellent. It is new. Development status new.
So I wonder if this came out of some learnings from the other social deduction game.
Maybe.
Oh, sorry, this I said
Yeah.
already.
So a
Mhm.
mastermind is trying to overthrow the benevolent king, establish a repressive regime. But the king has disguised himself as one of the few loyal nobles. All right, we've got a lot of good story in here.
I don't know if that number is Raven Mackenzie's number. I wonder if Raven few number 1207, I couldn't
Mhm.
remember what it was, is a Discord
Yeah,
handle
maybe.
or something like that.
Cool. And again, all of the things for bingo. I do like the way you can combine like espionage and fantasy. That's great. That's so great. All right. Here's a game from Grant, Social Calculus, aka Non-Linear Uno. I was afraid that I was about to say algebra, and I was like, I don't know about that. Seat guests at a table for points without starting a fight. All right, so this is like planning an event, like planning a wedding or something like that.
Does non-linear mean that the kind of in that picture there's that, circle of cards? Does it mean you can play to different piles?
Maybe.
Is
I
that what
mean,
you
if you're
mean by
sitting
non-linear?
around a table, right, that octagon could be the table, and those are the seats at the table. Let's see. So it's a card placement game based on a seating chart for a big event, a wedding, a family reunion. You place guests in a circular queue. Points are rewarded if they match an adjacent guest suit or rank. Subsequent rounds play the same with fewer cards, fewer guests, and maybe more points.
That sounds really
Yeah.
interesting. Like a good kind of approachable Uno-like,
Yeah.
but yeah, Uno with a twist.
Yeah. No, that's cool. All right. Twin tarot tiles. Zach. This one was recently discussed on a episode of Building the Game.
Yeah. And I've played it, but it sounds like it changed
Yeah.
fairly dramatically since I've played it.
Yeah.
So,
I think I played it 2 Protospiels ago. It might have been last time, but I think it was last fall. Yeah. Complex, unfair, and unpredictable duel where you flip tiles on a grid. I do remember I lost terribly at it. Each turn you play 2 game-changing cards, but your opponent will always veto one of them. Oh yeah, I definitely played this. It was a lot of fun. Even though I lost.
I'm forgetting, like, that description, I mean, I think I could think of it as it wasn't Rival Fortune Tellers is the thing that's changed markedly, I think, since I played it myself.
Yeah.
And the idea of running out of time being really part of the feeling that's being evoked, I think was not really part of it when I played it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's done some great, cool, interesting things. Hopefully the core mechanic is always getting to reject something your rival plays means I don't have to balance them. I've been reworking the game in some exciting ways. It's quite different from what was in January. Sorry, I made it more complicated. I think that's fine. I think it's fine to make it more complicated. I'm excited about that.
I kind of love how this post is like a very I'm sorry, it's very disjointed, and some of that is my fault because of bugs on the website. Maybe one day we will get it under control, but it's like a disjointed design diary, you know what I mean? Like if you were to look back through your posts. of what you have to say about like, okay, everybody, I'm here again. I know that when I first created this listing, like I think that was back, I don't know, that might have even been in 2021. People were sort of reticent to post it because it felt permanent. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think maybe getting used to the fact that, okay, yeah, I saw it's normalized. Somebody else posted this in August and they posted it in January. It's normal to
Yep.
To come back again with the same prototype and share about it again. It's not like you're not spamming us. We're not like, we already have that one on our website.
Yes.
Don't go away. You know what I mean? That's not the vibe. It's more like, this is the scrapbook for May of where everybody was in the things that they were working on.
Yeah, and I think it really recognizes how much games change and evolve, right, as they go through their process. So I like it.
Oh, and when I say disjointed, Zach, I mean the fact that like if you click on your name and you wanted to look at all your posts, they wouldn't all be there. They should be. That's the plan, but they're not. I can tell you right now.
Surprise. All right.
Okay, there is a beef starting.
Oh no, a beef. I hope it's a nice steak. All right. Negative Pickup by Ryan. In Negative Pickup, players are independent film producers selling films for profit. It features a shifting card market, set collection, and a unique take on investors/share mechanics. Interesting. 1 to 5 players, so it's got a solo mode. 45-minute test, and it's in final testing. 2 platforms, Tabletop Playground and Tabletopia. Well done, Ryan.
Okay.
You're on top of it. I could barely get one updated. So cool. I haven't played this one.
Okay, yeah, and I think Ryan Schaefer is an unfamiliar name to me. So we've
oh,
got a
there's a
new
video. I didn't
here.
even scroll to the bottom. All right, so you can go. Everyone can go watch the video. Looking for
I remember
some
this
unguided
section.
play testing here. That's great. Looking for a publisher. Does not have some of the bingo. You know, is this their first Protospiel or not? So, yeah.
True. Yes. You can tell in the Discord, though, that it's their first Protospiel because of their first Protospiel roll.
Yep. All right. What does my rival desire? I have played this one. I played this recently at Break My Game. Short and silly I split you choose game where you have a secret role that changes how you value stuff. You're forced to wildly speculate on your rival's complex motives. I will say, I'm sure things may have changed since I played it. You pick cards that you're going to put out. Like you make this row and that row, and your opponent is going to choose which one they want. And you indicate that you're done by adding a duck. So it's like put up to 7 cards and then add a duck, which is just delightful.
Zach is gonna have one day. Zach, you're gonna your itch is going to be like a sweet that people can flow through. It'll be a journey. You know what I mean? The duck is a callback. I think to one that's not easy to say out loud, but like ducks, discs,
dice, and
dice.
Ducks, discs, dice, and decks.
I'm not sure what order they go.
It's written right here in the game details. It was formerly ducks, discs, dice, and decks.
Wait a minute. What? Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we can go find proof in a previous thing. It's under contract. It's exciting. Congratulations.
Wait a minute. Okay.
What's going on? Am I missing something great in the chat?
I just feel like wait a minute. Wait. There, I mean, DDDAD, as Jamie calls it,
dad.
I feel like there is a spoiler I'm not supposed to say out loud right now, and like everybody's in on it, and I don't have the memo.
It's just the
Oh, funny.
DDDAD is ducks, discs, dice, and decks. I'm real careful with that. Um,
Oh, okay. Bye, Robert. Okay, when you said Robert, I guess I needed like Robert, I did not ping you as that Robert. I mean, there's more than one Robert in the world, but Robert will be joining us, yeah, as a coffee talk mod for
nice.
the first time. So go say hi to Robert. I play a lot of BGA games with
Nice.
Robert, and it's a good time.
Yep. Excellent.
Simon equal Robert, and that is not Robert's BGA name, so I was uber confused. So many different screen names.
I like the eyes react there, Joe. And yes, I agree. I have
Mhm.
my suspicions. Yeah, exactly. This is why I'm not saying it fast, because if I say it fast, it's going to be a problem. It's not going to be good. I like that you've changed the name just for my own
Okay.
safety. Um,
Okay, Joe says put a sock in it, Heather. It is that game, but it has a new name. So
yeah.
it's I gotta rewire that in my mind. So it was called tell me one more time, what was
Oh,
it
I
called?
changed the page. It's ducks,
But you have it in the it's
dice.
if it's the last one. What does my
Yeah.
rival
Oh yeah. What
desire?
does my rival
Okay.
desire? Yes.
Got
I thought
it.
you wanted me to
Yes.
recreate the 4Ds, and I was like, I can't do that. I could barely do it when I was reading it. Um, all right. One man's trash. Cole, you and your neighboring raccoons, excellent, are scavenging in a junkyard for supplies for winter. While you're inside, you must avoid the human who is patrolling the area and listening for the rustling of paws and tiny hands. The tiny hands of the
Okay.
raccoon. Um, all right. This looks like Tabletopia to me. Recognize those components. All right, 2 to 6 players. It's like a 60-minute, nearing completion. Um, they're thinking about crowdfunding it or doing like a print on demand. That's cool. Yep.
Cool.
Designer for one under a year.
Okay.
Very cool. All right.
That was Emily the first time she
That
came.
was me. That was me just a couple years ago. Um, all right, another Grant game, Big Worm Hunters. Inspired by big worms and associated media like Dune and Tremors. I was wondering if this was a Dune thing.
Okay.
Tremors, gotta love it. Take to the desert as worms and humans to duke it out for wasteland supremacy. You know, I watched the movie Tremors in my high school senior year geoscience class. Um,
Interesting.
yes, we were
I mean, I haven't seen it,
we
but
were doing a whole thing on like movies and whether or not they were scientifically accurate. Giant worms
got
in the desert, not so much.
right, right.
But it had Kevin Bacon in it, so that was cool.
Very, yeah.
Right.
It helps you with the 7 degrees of Kevin
Exactly, right?
Bacon, yeah.
That's a must-have in your arsenal if you're playing 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. All right, so this is
Mhm.
asymmetric, right? Cat and mouse game. The worms are chasing the hunter, and the hunter is throwing bombs at the worm. This seems like a good way to attack a giant worm. So manipulate your dice to entrap the hunter, or pummel your friends to make sure you rack up points and take the credit. Okay, all right. Those don't sound like the most friendly of friends. So choose movements carefully and balance mobility with distance covered and psyching out other players. Cool. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, this is, I think, a completely new one from Grant that I've not seen before.
Excellent.
Making new stuff.
That's excellent. Twiggly Wood. That's fun to say. Twiggly Wood. From Nick. A casual game to attract the most creatures to your food stall by presenting tasty dishes. Choose your dishes carefully as you can't be sure how many creatures there are of each type. All right. So we got mice and frogs and rabbits. I like it. Shorter game. It's 30-minute. It's new. So it's about discovering the contents of a deck, choosing which types of card you will aim to win, and timing your plays. face dilemmas about the best play, including how to work around their opponent's actions, a rapid end phase, which you might be able to catch up if you've made the right decisions, designed and tested originally at 2 players, but now is aiming for 2 to 4, and looking to see how that works. Let's make sure that Nick can get more than 2 players this weekend.
Zoe, are you talking about Twigglywood? I don't think I saw you say that before now.
Yeah,
But
I just saw
I,
Zoe say this one is
yeah.
so good. Would be even better multi-victor maybe. But maybe Zoe's talking about the worms.
Possibly. If there's been an occasion like somewhere else to play Grant's game, yeah. I'm not
also
sure.
a designer for under
Maybe.
1 year. Welcome to the joy. Oh yeah, Zoe's talking about Twiggly Woods.
Okay, sweet. Thank you for confirming. Oh, just today.
Oh,
okay.
nice.
Yay. Well, so okay, yeah, you're speaking about what is probably going to come this weekend even more assuredly. So that's exciting.
Zoe's got its finger on the pulse of what's happening, so I'm not surprised.
Yes.
All right, Fairy Ring from Jeremy. Rotate your action wheel to plant, grow, and harvest mushrooms. Awaken areas for scoring, attract darkly mythological creatures for bonuses, and race to trigger the final moon phase. Sort of in mid-development. All right. Trying to blend some of this designer's favorite mechanisms from some favorite games and bring it to an easy to learn and play game that's quick to set up. So we've got some inspiration from Arc Nova and Wingspan. Takes place in a race inspired by Race for the Galaxy. Not fully committed to this theme. Although I will say, yeah, I agree. A darkly imaginative aesthetic of Labyrinth is pretty cool. Who doesn't love Labyrinth?
Yeah, that theme seems fun. As Jamie said, there's one that's published called Fairy Ring that I think is more light and sweet, but I haven't played it.
Well, this is fairy spelled with the IE at the end, not the Y,
Right, exactly.
and so I think that's a little bit darker just inherently.
When you see it written, you totally know that it's a
Exactly,
different game.
exactly.
Say it out loud.
The fairies that end in E, man, they will kill you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Also legally distinct.
Yes.
All right. Xenoconfluence from Zach. Oh, I see a duck. I see this duck.
Oh, yeah.
2 players playing entirely different games attempt to understand each other. This game focuses on observation, creative communication, and deducing a rule set entirely unknown to you. That sounds really cool. I'd love to try this. It's new. It's new. It's new and it has the duck. I love it. Also, these colors of cards. I'm here for it.
Yeah, Zach is leaning in to the bit.
That's wonderful. I think it's like a trademark or a not like a legal trademark. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. The thing they always have. Signature. There we go. A signature duck. Let's see. One of my favorite parts about making games is the joy of inflicting strange experiences on players and then observing how they navigate it. Only play tested it 4 times so far. Already convinced it's one of the most interesting games I've ever made. It was in limbo for a year. Recently had a syzygy of breakthroughs. Is syzygy
wow, that's quite a word.
Or is that just like cat on the keyboard?
I think it might be.
It looks kind of like it might be a word.
It's a 6-letter word too, and I'm gonna put it into that Kodo game, the 6-letter word game.
Someone
if I find that anywhere.
Yeah. Someone needs to put the definition of syzygy up in the chat. I would like someone to Google that for me because I'm doing a live stream. Oh, it's when the planets align. Okay. I thought that was like no, that's not an apogee. All right, a syzygy. I'm gonna work to use that in a sentence in the next week. It's gonna be great. I'm trying to make that sentence not be, did you know syzygy is a word? A pair of connected or corresponding things. All right. All right. In Butterfly. I don't think I've played Butterfly.
Hmm.
Love it. We have 5 hot dogs and feel really full. Love it. Oh man, we've got multiple definitions of syzygy. So many. We've got the hot dog based, the planet based, and the combination based. I'm not sure. Well, I know who not to believe, and that's Joe Cal.
Right. Famous
Yes,
imposter.
famous imposter. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It just feels right.
It's
It
right.
seems right.
That's how I would
Yeah.
do it. Yeah. It's how it comes out, I
Yeah.
guess.
Farmer's Market from Mark. Farmer's Market is a negotiation and trading game in which players will try to collect sets of fruits and vegetables for use while limiting their waste. That sounds good. I love a farmer's market.
The title was Farmer's
Yep,
Market,
farmer's
right?
market. Ooh, somewhere in the lineage of Bonanza. But the chief conceit is that you'll have many more cards than you can keep at the end of your turn, so you have to trade a lot. And you discard your cards into the compost pile. That becomes your negative points. Score sets in variable ways, so more of a type isn't always better. Sometimes you want to get rid of them. Looking for a fast and furiously interactive game with lots of trades. That I would be interested to try that. Untested, heading into Protospiel. I always find that when I try to add trading to a game, it slows it down. So I would love to see a game that's got fast and furious trading. That sounds great. But yeah, it sounds like early in this process, this designer is just looking to like get some stuff and get some inspiration. Go for it. All right. Now we're going to play some Napoleonic Whist, also from Mark. A historically themed secret partnership trick taker, taking inspiration from old world games from the 1400s to 1800s with modern touches. Solidify your power as Napoleon or overthrow him in a coup. You know, there was a summer that I spent playing a lot of whist. It was interesting. I could not tell you today how to play whist because I have bridge a little bit more firmly embedded in my brain. And once I stopped playing whist, I forgot what was different about it.
So it's bridge adjacent.
Yeah,
So it's like
it's
similar.
trick taking. Yeah, it's trick taking. Old world trick taking. Classic trick taking.
And a partner's trick taking kind of game like bridge
part of
too.
what you can do in whist is you could play it 3 players. So I think it was.
Oh.
I think it might be more aligned with like spades and hearts and stuff like that. Like I didn't think you had set partners. Maybe they were dynamic partners. I don't know. I just remember.
Okay.
I sat backstage over a summer and played a lot of whist. In a play that my sister was in.
Yeah, so if there's 3 like you I played a prototype recently that was secret partnership trick taker. I think with Tanner happened to be there too. So not Tanner's game, but I think I can kind of
imagine.
Imagine it a little bit.
Yeah. Playing cards.io. I think that's the first time we've seen that tonight. That's a good platform. Yep. Streamline out some of the elements that make those games opaque to newer audience. That's such a thing with trick takers. If you didn't grow up playing them, they are just like, what is happening here? It's themed around the Mallet. Man, don't make me do French. Coup of 1812. A coup that failed. You'll either be Napoleon, his appointed marshal, or a member of the conspiracy. Cool. I would be interested in playing this one.
Yeah, and Ian's game, as Tanner mentioned, the point was to figure out who your partner was. I'm not sure if that's the case with this. If it's just like, well, you don't know who your partner is, but you're going to get
You want the partnership to
guessing
win.
your partner isn't how you score, but just like actually saying it's you isn't how you score, but being aware of it and playing assuming it is maybe
I mean, given that it's about a coup, I'm wondering if the coup succeeds versus fails is sort of the win condition.
Yeah.
All right. Sylvan Tactics from Tyler. This is a tactical card battling game played on a chessboard where woodland creatures use unique abilities and classic piece movements to outwit opponents. This looks like a game that I would lose badly at. In like the best kind of way. I'd have a great time doing it. But man, give me a game like chess and I am right out of it. A tactical game is it's a challenge for me. Although it's tactical card battling. Interesting. It's a 2-player game.
Yeah, with
Jamie.
maybe like where your chess pieces are have something to do with your card powers, or I don't know.
Jamie
something
figured
like
out it was for them moments before I figured out it was for Jamie. Yeah. All right, Jamie's on a quest to play this game this weekend. Done. We need someone else to play it too. I'm sure you'll find many people to play it. All right.
Yeah, this one has been shared as a sell sheet, I believe, too, and some screenshots of the Tabletopia setup in that case.
Yep. All right, Guilds and Gambits. Do we? In this strategic deck building card game, rival guild masters recruit epic guild members to battle it out through thrilling, fast-paced rounds to earn victory points. This is also a 2-player game. Sweet. It's been in development for almost 2 years. Inspired by auto battler games like Team Fight Tactics and Hearthstone Battlegrounds, Marvel Snap. Trying to build an auto battler to play with their close friends. But also accessible and enjoyable to a casual board gamer like their wife. It's had over 100 playtests, and so it's more in the refining balance and commissioning official art. A hobby and passion project that they'd love to self-publish and play with their daughter. Aww. That's so lovely.
In the feels. Yeah. Can I see that? Can I see that art one more time?
I think this is still placeholder AI art. The game contains some AI placeholder. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if this is part of their final art or if this is part of the placeholder art. But it gives me Sad Jester. Sad Jester with some pie.
Let me see the What's the title one more time?
It's Guilds and Gambits.
Okay. Oh, okay. That title, I haven't played it before, but for making the Minigame Monday puzzles, it's been here before. It's a familiar title.
Excellent. But they're not planning to use their AI art in the final thing. They're working on commissioning an artist or artist.
It's a art direction tool in this case.
Glimmerglade. I like to say that. That feels nice to say. Kyle. Also pretty crystals.
This feels like new from Kyle. I haven't heard of this one before.
Wade through the Glimmerglade bog to complete your collection of gnomish curios. Push columns and rows to create sets, augment actions to get reactions, and set yourself up for a big card draft combo. All right, 3 to 5 players. It's like a 30-minute game. It is new from Kyle. Pretty new game, still figuring out the best parts of the core loop and locking in a player count. And it's been at Break My Game. I have not managed to see it, but I'm only there on certain days. A cozy family card game. Love that. Yeah. All right. Coming up on Transylvanian Hunger, also by Kyle. Dual engine.
I think also new. I haven't heard of this one either.
A dual engine 4X style game about what happens to Transylvania after Count Orlok leaves to haunt Germany. Rebuild your castle to gain new actions and abilities while developing the deep woods of Carpathia. So 2 to 4, 120-minute game, so 4X. Yep. This is a heavy gaming audience. It's in mid-development. So I don't know if it's been here before.
Yeah, maybe just first time at Protospiel Online and not first time, I mean, clearly not new, but I don't remember seeing this one before in the prototype listing.
So Kyle says the core loop is feeling pretty good, looking at how the game flows over the multiple acts and what feels fun or unsatisfying for fans of whirly games.
What platform is it built on?
It is built on. Oh, I went the wrong direction to find that. Screen top.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. Great. All right. Fab Arcane. Colin and Kenneth. Waiting on a player to show up for game. Grab Fab Arcade. This is a resource gathering and spending game completed in less than 15 minutes over 3 rounds. Great. And it's final testing. They are almost done. So we are
It's Kenneth game. We have reached the Kenneth section, I think.
Sweet. Your apprentices in a tournament of wizards. You have 3 days to see who can impress the faculty with what you've learned at your school before you can graduate. Only one apprentice may graduate each time. You have to do better than the other students.
Harsh.
Yeah, that's a heck of a cut mechanism there at that school.
Yeah.
Your masters have provided baubles full of mana and scrolls of spells from your curriculum. Take what mana you need before your fellow students do. Spend it to cast spells and reveal your mastery. Cool.
Oh man, can you just the thought of school actually being that way, it would be
only the best survive. Only one. One.
I guess if there's only 3 students, it's not that low of a percentage, but
yeah, I mean, I went to a small high school that had 400 kids per class. If we only one of us was going to make it out, that would yep. Dream Guardians, Colin and Kenneth. This is advanced tic-tac-toe. Create a Dream Guardian, build your deck, and battle across 3 realms. So tic-tac-toe, attack and defend, gather more willpower than your opponent. Best 2 out of 3. Another quick one. Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense if it's tic-tac-toe, but let's see. So you're battling across 3 different realms to defend your dreams. And define the most important thing that the Guardian with 3 adjectives, either big or small, and 2 others from a list. Collect the cards listed. Determine who goes first. Put all of them. So it's 9 cards from the deck into your hand. Continue taking turns until one player loses and one player wins, or one player can't play a card. All right. Attack, no defend, win.
Did you pick an item to like an item in your room to be your Dream Guardian, Tanner? What was the item?
Yeah, it says imagine the thing that is the guardian of your dreams. So presumably you can just imagine anything you want.
Yeah. But you could use something around you to spark your imagination, as maybe from the time that I kind of had this.
Mine will be this little bobblehead shark in a suit. It's gonna guard my dreams.
Yes.
He's holding a briefcase.
Was he? Where did you get?
I won.
Where did you get?
I won a Shark Tank presentation thing, and that's what they were giving the winners. So I got a bobblehead shark.
A board game one or one from your day job? Got it.
It was a very funny gift for a very corporate job.
Yeah,
like, we got these on Amazon. Great.
Zoe's is a feral raccoon. Very good.
All right. Antipathy. Colin, Ella, and Kenneth. So we're going to grab a themed deck, shuffle, draw a hand of cards, then take turns playing cards on a 5x5 grid, resonate with Cascade 6 times, and win the glorious prize. Between matches, use side decks to modify the deck. All right. 60 minutes. And this is a 2-player game. Calling all Jamies. Okay. Jamie Sabriels. Jamie's Sabriel. There's only one Jamie Sabriel. Ooh, a slice of cantaloupe as a Dream Guardian. All right. So we're all seeking the prize of the Cascade. You first have to resonate with the Cascade, though. 2 armies meeting on the battlefield. We got a lot of theme here, a lot of backstory. I like that. All right. Planning to self-publish. That's cool. Aiming for crowdfunding. Love it. It's a 2-player fighting game. Sweet. Exactly. Flavor and themes. Very important. All right. Nylon equestri pilots. I saw nylon and went straight to sky. So Colin and Kenneth. So this is the first expansion to Nylon Chaos Sky Pirates. This set mashes 2 great themes you never thought possible.
Okay.
Magical Girl and My Little Pony.
Gotcha. You said I don't know how, but you said Equestra pilots.
Oh, did I? Nylon Equestria Knights. Oh my gosh.
Yes. I was like, really?
Like I said, I went straight to Nylon Sky Pirates. That's how well this brand is embedded in my brain. So
Okay, I think it's good that you tipped me off to this because again, both of these have been showing up in puzzles. They've been around before, Sky Pirates and Equestria Knights. I just thought you changed the name, so that was me making an assumption.
Nope.
Because it was so similar.
Expansion.
I don't know why I made that assumption, though. Expansions are totally a thing.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Love it. Mid development. Tabletop Playground. Ooh, I should make sure my Tabletop Playground is updated. Everyone make sure your Tabletop Playground has any additional updates that it needs. Lots of different ways to play or parts to play. The new Harbone, leader of the Equestria Knights, or Twitter Wing. Sweet. Welcome to Sussburg. I have seen this name before. Jordan and Rick.
I have played this one,
nice.
Yep.
Take on the role of one of 4 adventurous children as they defend their hometown from the supernatural foes that trouble it in Welcome to Sussburg, a 2 to 4 player cooperative deck building adventure. Sweet. 45 minutes. Nearing completion. That's exciting. They are planning to crowdfund it. Sweet. Excited to try it out.
Oh, interesting. Earthbound. I've heard such good things about Earthbound, but it's very, unless it's been, remastered another way, like maybe it's on Great Old Games or something like that at this point, but it's like a NES cartridge or SNES cartridge, and it's like one of the more expensive ones because people really like it. So it's difficult to find on eBay, or it was the last time I looked. So I don't know the details about it, just that, yeah, it's kind of an adventure game that a lot of people really like from that era.
Zoe's question feels like an important one.
Yeah. I mean,
someone should drop David a line.
David Screentop should know that Protospiel Online starts tomorrow, given that David Screentop has given us a code for everybody to receive on day 1 in the swag bag.
Here's open.
So at least at one point, David Screentop looked at the dates for this Protospiel and decided what the expiration date should be based on that.
Yep.
But it might not be top of mind for him. I'm not sure.
All right. So we have Florists in Florence from Carl. A light Euro-style game where you forage for flowers and create arrangements meeting the needs of customers' orders. Open drafting, pattern matching, and indirect player interaction. Well, sign me up. I'm here for this. 2 to 6 players. Nice. It's a big player count. Screen top. It's like Sagrada and Ticket to Ride. Ooh. Yeah, I'm here for this.
2 heavy hitters.
Sagrada is one of my favorite games. So a mechanic called the greenhouse where you swap flower tiles for whatever is in any spot in the row or column of the incoming flower. I want to ensure the game leans into this chaos design-wise, looking to simplify the order fulfillment mechanic and ensure the greenhouse open drafting, pattern matching, indirect player interaction. Cool. Looking for a publisher or maybe self-publishing. Been testing it at Break My Game. I clearly need to go to some other days on Break My Game. See some more stuff.
Well, just because they say they've tested it there doesn't mean they have like tested it weekly or like repeatedly.
I know, but I'm
right?
consistently there on Fridays, and now I'm expanding into Wednesday and Thursday, but all midday. So it's only people who are in other time zones or can just like duck out in the middle of the day.
Have that kind of life, yeah.
Rex Regnant. I think I remember this from. I haven't played it, or maybe I have, but from Edward.
Yes. I don't think I've played it, but it has been around. I've seen the name is very familiar. Yeah, and it's probably about time for me to hone in on it, like really make sure I get to play it because it comes up enough, and I'm like, and there's that game that I don't have much to say about because I haven't played it. I love.
It's set just before the annihilation of the Polish Commonwealth. So we're going to take on the roles of 4 political factions negotiating a new constitution using modified trick-taking. And every card matters.
Okay.
Final testing. You're going to need to play it soon, Heather, because then it will be done. Oh, we got a video. Everyone go watch the video. Who were arguing issues, pitting 2 sides against each other. All right. We're going to play cards to the tied to the issue. All right. I'm here. Here to try it. Oh, it's 2-player. I thought I saw 2 to 4 player. Yeah, 2 to 4. Yeah. Well, it has a 2-player mode, though.
I think that. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. It must if it plays 2-player.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it's 2. It's like 2 or 4. It would be pretty hard to communicate 2 or 4 with the way, what's available to you. So, yeah, it's kind of like, does it say teams by chance? Just out of curiosity.
It does not.
If teams are in there? No?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Well, we've been thrown a curveball with that part, I guess.
Twisted Takers, Dan and Kane. Play cards to rotate the board and claim new cards to use in this mind-twisting...
Gotcha. ... Oh.
It's okay. Maybe that's part of the bit.
Possibly.
So we've got a 3x3 grid of cards with arrows, and you manipulate the board by playing in that middle, and then you can rotate the outer cards. You have a card you played as arrows pointing at the points of arrows that are already on the board. You need to claim the cards. Okay. Tested several times. Some concerns about it being fiddly, but the work to do is in a brand new idea that still has only a few tests under its belt. Okay. I've seen a lot from the Kansas City game designers, I will say, as a design group.
Yeah, I think this is a father and son team, and they've been talking in the server saying somebody at Kansas City tipped them off. So maybe it was Zach. I didn't know you went to Kansas City Protospiel. So maybe they met you.
Sweet. Hench from Edward. Players take on the roles of Saturday morning cartoon minions, attempting to become the boss's favorite. Cooperatively work with the other players using a simultaneous action bidding system.
Co-opetitively. So does that mean
it's co-opetition, right?
Simi?
Yeah, I think, yeah. It's co-op and competitive.
Oh, okay.
3 to 6.
So you'll have some local friends. It's working. The master plan is working, Zach.
Yes, I think that's what co-opetition usually is. You have moments of working together, but you still only have one winner. All right, Origin Quest. A party of heroes journey through the world of Origin. Command them through light narrative by completing quests, solving snappy, tile-based combat encounters, and uncovering the plots of the world. This is from Justin. A 1 or 2 player game, a 15-minute game, nearing completion. A solo player game using 2x2 tiles, as you control up to 5 heroes in your party. The enemies are on an automated system. Excellent. Each quest has its own unique tile set. And there's a PvP available upon request. This is known as Quest Race, where you face off against your opponent to see who can complete quests in the least amount of rounds. Cool. Froggy Finance from Jordan. I think I've seen this name before. I haven't played it. This is a tableau building card game where you hire frogs to add to your business. Features group deck building, I pick, we earn, and set collecting. Easy to play with emerging complexity.
I pick, we earn.
That is new to me. Maybe I haven't seen Froggy Finance.
I split, you choose. Yeah.
Near the feeling of a complete game, biggest hurdles are initial onboarding and planning the artwork. Cool. Lets you play at your own comfortable complexity level. You choose frogs that earn your money and focus on completing objectives, or you can go deep and observe other player strategies and balance the probability of the frogs and see how you can stop your opponents from getting what they want. The production goal is to create a tidy little box you can bring on outings with friends. So that sounds very much like self-publishing. Yep. Oh, this is Goose Poop Games. I saw them. They're a sponsor, right? They showed up in my little sponsor panel.
They are.
Excellent. And yep.
Very good.
Love it.
Portable pocket games.
Yeah.
They're gonna have their moment in the sun, I think.
Yin Yang Chase from Dan. Move your tile through hidden pre-planned movement and collect the parts of the yin yang, assembling them into trigrams to complete a bagua. Bagua?
That's a new word too.
That's also new.
So many new words.
And bagua. I'm not even sure. I have an idea of trigrams, but I'm not sure that I not sure.
Yeah, me too.
That's a lot of pocket games, my friend. This one's new.
Is that a little bit of hyperbole anyway?
Might be, but I don't know. Jamie Sabriel is prolific. All right, at Protospiel KC, the bits table had a huge box of yin and yangs, and I challenged myself to make a game from them. I love this so much. Okay. This is my first result. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the big game design from the table bits. It's awesome. All right. Stand out, Joachim. All right. The village market is open and each of you is running a fruit stand, hoping to attract the biggest crowd. These look like marbles. These look like marbles. I'm very excited about that. I will say I was at... Go ahead.
I've played a game of Joachim's that had marbles, but I'm not sure if this is that one or a new idea.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I played it that I'm not sure that I wouldn't trust myself to say whether this configuration looks like that game now. I think it might have been like straight up 3 years ago or something like that. Truly a long time ago.
I was at PAX East last weekend and someone had gotten Potion Explosion out of the game library and went to pick up the thing and all of the marbles. And it was like, we were like, oh my god, that was literal Potion Explosion. Like all the gamers sitting around are like, get the marbles. So like,
no.
They're escaping.
Like the room just stopped. Like everyone's playing their game, and everyone's like,
"Oh no, Potion Explosion just exploded." Well, Joachim is in final testing on this one, so it's possible you played it a couple of years ago. Yeah. Yes.
It did not have a theme or anything when I played it.
Well, it looks like it's got some cool little fruit-looking trays.
Maybe it needed
like fruit crates there.
Yeah.
So maybe this is modeled on some actual component designs that
Yeah, yeah, 52 or
Yes,
so marble
a
pins.
lot of marbles in that game. And on a concrete floor,
And
they are just they're going.
oh my gosh. Did anybody make the "I've lost my marbles"
I don't
joke?
know. I think we were all just too stressed trying to find the marbles. Anyway, in this game, Fresh Freddy or Freddy Fresh has just arrived with a massive delivery. It's up to the stall holders to divide the fruit and make the most of what they get. Just pick your fruit wisely, snag the best crates, arrange them just right. Make sure your stand stands out. This is an I cut you choose. You may have played an older version at a previous PO called For All the Marbles.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Joachim. That was what it was called. That does sound familiar. Awesome.
All right. Well, here comes adulting from Eric. A crunchy, cozy card game about the mundane challenges of living well. So build a routine of healthy habits, manage stress, and make sure to do your fair share of the chores. I played this last time and I did not do my fair share of the chores. I basically stood everyone up. I like made plans to go to the movies and just never showed up. And I actually did really well doing that. They all got really stressed because I never showed up for the movies. And I made a plan with them and then I just didn't. Worked out fine for me. I suspect Eric may have changed that that particular thing.
You're the reason, yeah.
Yes. I know. This is how this is how I adult. I don't commit. I just don't. I'm like,
I took
you go.
I think I played it earlier. I don't think I played it the very last one, so I probably played an earlier version than you the last time I got to play it, and I definitely scooped up that be irresponsible card because I was like, nobody's gonna. If anybody does this to me, it's gonna be too real, and I'm gonna be too mad. So I'm taking it off the table for others to do to me.
Well, poor Kirsten. I would think it was Kirsten that I kept standing up at the movies. And Kirsten was like, that was just so upsetting. I was like, sorry, not sorry. But sorry. You should stop inviting me to the movies is, I think.
Right. Learn your lesson, yeah.
Yeah.
If someone shows you who they are, believe them. Could there be a card that says that on it, Eric?
Yeah. I say, if I actually agree to go to the movies with any of you, I will show up, I promise.
Yeah, just my character in the game.
Just my character in the game. Not flaky AF, right? All right. One-on-one basketball. Also, Eric. A quick basketball-themed trick-taking-ish game. Win tricks to shoot the ball, then roll a die to see if you actually made your shot. This is a 2-player game. Calling all Jamie Sabriel. Trying to rework a big rework of the game system to make it less mathy. That's fair. That's a good goal.
Yeah, this one I have. He ran a tournament of it. It was interesting to see outside of Protospiel online since the last time we had a Protospiel, and it was interesting to see the tournament thing. It's a very snappy game, right? Where it's possible to do a tournament in an hour.
Yeah. I think Heather, your quote, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. That's a quote from someone, right? Is it like
I didn't make it up. I don't think.
But I feel like it's like Maya Angelou or something, but I think I might be confusing people who have great quotes.
Right. Maybe somebody can Google this for us.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's like it's a quote that's like attributed to a person or if it's just something like my therapist has told me.
I am pretty sure I've seen it with a name on it, but it could be like when you see like, do or do not, there is no try, and then it's like Gandalf, and it's just been attributed to someone.
Right.
But now it is permanently attributed to you, Heather. I don't know if you saw that in the Discord. All right, greedy gourmands. Also, Eric. Trade bites of food with others at your table to make sure that you are satisfied at the end of the meal. Multiple players can leave satisfied, but beware of overeating. You should play this game with people who are like, I don't share food.
This title sounds really familiar, but I don't know if it's I
It says
didn't
it's
realize it was
new.
Eric's game, if so.
Yeah. It says it's new.
Okay. Let me get caught up here. Heather's therapist.
Thanks, Jamie.
Redacted. Yeah.
Yeah. I personally like Benjamin Franklin's take on the internet. So Benjamin was so ahead of his time. So impressed with you, Benjamin.
Yes.
All right, Escape from Nemo's Island. I have not played this, but I keep hearing about it from Ed. Maybe I will get a chance to play it. Be too greedy and you won't escape. Be too helpful and someone else will win. Well
put.
Yep. I will probably err on the side of greedy versus helpful. And along with what I've told you about whether or not I'll show up to a movie, you can all make your own choices about hanging out with me. So this is in final testing. So this is where Captain Nemo retired long ago. So you got to gather your supplies and escape in the sub, the Nautilus. You can travel around the island, discover clues. Then you have to get the supplies back to the Nautilus. But you can also be led to treasures that Nemo hid, but also some traps. And so if you stumble into too many traps, the volcano erupts and the island gets covered in lava. All right.
Ooh. Risky.
Yeah. Semi-cooperative. We're back in that coopetition mode.
Yeah, I wonder if I think Nemo's Island, like you say, it's been around for a while. So I wonder if the other one was this one gave rise to the other one.
Maybe. All right. Witch's Revel, Aura, and Sigil. A light, beginner-friendly 1v1 lane-based extendable card game of witches and spells, where players fight dwindling stamina to outmaneuver and overpower their opponent in as many spaces as possible. 1v1, also known as 2 players. Calling Jamie. I'm just gonna keep calling you Jamie, and your list of games to play will be infinite.
This one also heavily reminds me of Shanti.
Two witches with huge personalities clash in terrifying magic over the tiniest of excuses before settling for bragging rights over tea. Well, now it's calling to me. Inspired from Marvel Snap, Flesh and Blood, other classic CCGs. Great. Fill your field with spells and try to overwhelm your opponent. Tin Punk Alley. Tin Punk Alley is a social deduction game. This is from Tin Punk Games, a resource management card game. So you're in a war-torn country after a revolution. Different factions are trying to cooperate, but there is a traitor among them. So I do think this was listed last time. I think I didn't get to play it.
I have been able to play this one. And it's it's a trader game, social deduction game of managing resources to accomplish goals and putting, kind of saying what you'll put in, and then you draw it back out and see if as the trader, you need to be able to have enough question mark resources kind of be put into the bag to be able to keep cover. Was the experience in my playtest anyway.
I'm just gonna point out this character has my haircut, but that's all.
Wrong color, but yeah.
Wrong color. I'll accept that color on them.
Yeah.
Not on me. Blue's not my color. All right, camping trip. Mark. We've come back to another Mark section. Manage camping expeditions in the wilderness. This contentious worker placement and chain building game for 2 to 5 players. You're welcome, Jamie. All right, so this is a worker placement game, but in the same way that games like Bus and Dominant Species are, with the actions manifesting as a contentious shared board. Okay, so groups of camps of varying size from the same expedition group will affect the score of that expedition, owing to how effectively they're working together and navigating the wilderness. You score for 2 expeditions, meaning there can be shared incentives. Players will never overlap entirely because it's ultimately a game that has one winner. This has been through multiple iterations. Trim the Trees was here last Protospiel Online. So I don't know if you played that. I don't think I did.
No, the name sounds familiar, but I didn't get to play it.
Yep. Evolution. The evolution of the game. All right. Oh, man. Auntie Mander's redistricting board game from Grant. Redistricting time. Draw up your district borders to win, but only by a little. And it's got Legos. 2 to 4 players. New game.
Is this, if Grant is in the chat, is this a new version of Let's Split Dad's Estate? Or it makes
so
me
yeah.
think about it, yeah.
So we are Auntie Geraldine Mander, full legal name, is drawing the next congressional districts. So advise her by building your district and keeping safe and sizable, but only by so much. Everyone else is doing the same though, so act quickly and efficiently. Don't annoy Jerry and break her rules because that risks getting the map thrown out entirely.
Okay. This is the retheme of that game.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I think that this theme is going to make it's still a little painful, but I think it's gonna make people laugh more than the thought of a dead relative. Yeah. She's a home child.
All right. So now we are a bear in mind, but bear like a bear, not
in case you missed it.
In case you weren't reading it,
or
it could have been bear like naked, but it's bear like the animal.
Looking at the pic. So I feel like Jamie got me earlier showing me an image, like it was a screenshot of a checkbox, but it was just looked like a square out of context. A square, and it looked like a square that was labeled hexagon. So I was like focused on the shape, and Jamie's just trying to tell me that I misspelled hexagon.
I was delighted to see hexagons as a component, and when someone comes up with what a hexagon is, maybe it's a tile shaped like an axe. It's a hexagon. I don't know, a 6-sided axe. So this is I Split You Choose, which Tony does enjoy an I Split You Choose, with a twist inspired by 3-card Monty. You play as bears getting ready to hibernate, but you must split the food you have been storing up. The way you didn't even question hexagons. Yeah.
I really was committed to the hexagons bit. I had misspelled it in like 3 different places.
We need to figure out what a hexagon is and design. That'll be the official game of Protospiel.
I don't know if I was having a tiny stroke and like I really believed that's how it was spelled for about 3 minutes, or if I was copy pasting it. I don't know.
Jamie, calling you in. This is a 2-player game. Yeah, I do think hexagons needs to become the official tile of Protospiel Online, and you get what was it earlier, plus 50 Protospiel points when you design a game with hexagons.
Right.
Hat Burglars from Steve. I have not played this game of Steve's. I'm excited that Steve is here.
You mean like you guy bears?
It's not a hexagon. Yes, probably. A competitive game of petty hat theft, where players try not to leave evidence behind while dodging security systems and the schemes of your fellow burglars. We got a lot of good hats over there.
It's true.
I'd wear a lot of those hats. Probably not a balaclava unless it was really cold.
Is it? Is hat burglars a? Oh, cat burglars. It's a pun. It's a pun
Yeah.
on cat burglars. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. It also makes me think of the hamburglar.
There are many things that one could burgle. However, you can only burgle the thing that you have the appropriate title for. So, like, if I'm a hat burglar, I can't steal ham because I'm not a ham burglar. Anyway, you are trying to be the burglar with the highest value of hats at the end to earn the respect of your fellow burglars. I kind of want you to have to wear all the hats. I don't know if you stack them up like a tower of hats.
Do you see this screen name? What a
The
coincidence.
Hamburglar.
I don't think I know who the hamburglar is, but yeah, I guess I did ring.
Are you sure it's not Joe Cal? Somehow it's 2 accounts.
Right,
Joe
right.
Cal.
Maybe. Although this, I think I might have seen this avatar earlier and not registered the screen name.
I don't
It's
know,
possible.
Joe Cal. This is you in this economy. Okay, that makes me think it is Joe. Eyes on you, Joe. Suspicious eye emoji. Right at you. This sounds great. I want to steal some hats. And I do want to stack them vertically on my head. Here we go.
I mean, if it is Joe, that was some mad
Mad skills, Joe.
Skills. Like that was very fast to change your name.
It sounds, if anyone knew how to pull it off, it would be Joe.
It's true.
Now we've got Parterre. Caleb
okay.
and Green Turtle Studios, or maybe Caleb from Green Turtle Studios. This is a.
But I said hamburglar out loud, Joe. It wasn't on the screen.
Definitely not Joe with the little like eye in the. This guy. Oh my gosh. The Illuminati. There we go.
Yes, with the Illuminati.
Oh my gosh.
Me.
Parterre. Caleb has brought us Parterre, where you are filling your planter with different flowers, trying to create more artistic displays than your opponents based on arrangements and symmetry. Oh man. 1 to 6. I love a hexagon placement game. I am here to play this game. Nearing completion. It's exciting.
Is parterre a word that you're familiar with, or is it just
no? And if
made
that's
up?
not how you pronounce it, I'm sorry.
That makes sense to me. I think that I've seen this game title in past things because the name does ring a bell, even though I haven't been able to play it. Oh,
it makes me think like French for flower planter or something.
maybe.
Yeah, but that's just because the RRE at the end makes me think French.
Totally. I've had my lights just like misbehave and turn on.
Yeah, very bright there. Cool. I'm gonna talk about planting these flowers because we're gonna be a skilled and clever gardener. All right, so we've got some puzzles of like if you're touching exactly 2 other blue flowers, score 2 points. If it's on the edge for this one, get 2 points.
Sorry about that. That's a remote control.
Love it.
I can't reach from my seat.
So it looks like they're both looking for a publisher and considering self-publishing. So that's cool.
Very good.
All right, kudzu.
Oh, another. There's
Caleb saying he.
Sisters.
Yep. Yeah. Green Turtle Studio. Build your deck of critters and resources to defend your town against invading plants, inspired by Midwest local plants. I thought kudzu was a southern plant. I feel like I know kudzu from Georgia.
Well, it's
maybe that's like the problem in the Midwest.
There.
Well, it's pretty invasive in Georgia too.
Yeah.
Combo play, action, city building, resource management, narrative driven game. Cool. Ooh, this is a big one. 180 minutes. This absolute chaos, and kudzu is everywhere. Yeah.
I was again, like if you talk to me long enough, I'll say I heard on a podcast blank.
Mhm.
But one podcast I listened to is Stuff You Should Know, and they did one about kudzu, and they said a lot of people think it's more prevalent because it's very prevalent along the highways where people
Mhm.
see things, and there's something about like that place along the highway that makes it really likely to grow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's there. It might not be a truly scary thing, but it's certainly there.
Yeah. Oh, apparently there's more to find out. This is a wild plant. I might have to ask you for a. I'm sure I can just search YouTube documentary on kudzu. That does sound like something I would watch. Probably while digitizing these prototypes tonight after this live stream. So this is the second time at Protospiel, implementing feedback from the first one. Build your deck at the local market of various goods and critters to build resource economy and complete story scenarios with different paths. You take your turn in one go.
Murderous plant. I wonder if there's plant murder that happens in this game.
I mean, you probably murder the murder plant. Maybe?
Maybe.
All right. Let us cook. Caleb, Green Turtle Studio, and saying he again. Overcooked card game. Chaotically cooperative simultaneous cooking experience with too many cooks in the kitchen. Cooks secretly reveal their actions at the same time, cooking recipes step by step. Great. It's a newer one. It's chaotically fast too. So you can chop, move, mix, adjust, and season. Yeah, go ahead.
If you want to share a link in the chat, you can't put a real one in. You have to write it like blah 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 dot com or whatever.
Yes.
Of you.
Yes. All right.
.dot.com.
All right, we've hit Tanner, who is in the chat. Ricochet, a blend of shedding and trick taking. Ricochet is a Wild West inspired shootout where you want to unload your entire hand as quickly as possible, managing your shots and avoiding jams effectively. Sweet.
This one I have play tested.
Ooh.
And it's got kind of scout vibes.
Nice. I'm here to try that. I enjoy scout vibes. So you score points by playing the winning shot in each trick. Okay. You've dealt 12 cards. You cannot change the order. Yep, that's got scout vibes. You can either play a shot or you can play a single face card down at a wall. Interesting. And then you can ricochet it off the wall. Cool. Cool.
It's not the Tanner block, just the Tanner preview.
Okay. It's like a Tanner taster.
Yeah.
Tested with grubs. Good old grubs. Oh, I know who this next one is. Unless someone else has designed a game called Bread. Bread! Matthew and Zoe. Build an engine to survive a famine event where there might not be enough for everyone. Is this in the unranked games? Have we come to the unranked games? All right. We've got a video. Everyone should go watch the video. Burn your resources to fuel your tools. Gather and build to secure bread. There's enough for all, in theory. But Zoe is looking for unguided tests.
Jamie has
rulebook.
This posting thing down to a science at this point.
It's a lot of posting. I'm like seeing out of the corner of my eye. The chat is like boom, 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 boom. Yep.
Unranked the clock.
Here we go. Unraveled. I have played this. So I have played. Oh no, wait, I haven't played Unraveled. A one versus many evidence analysis and ally deduction game.
Is it true, Zoe, that this is the first game, or at least among the first games you ever brought to Protospiel Online, and it's just like changed a ton since then? Because it reminds me of that game, but I'm not sure if I'm right about that.
The second game. Okay.
Okay. But it might be the first one I played of yours then. And if it was at the first time you came, yeah. Whether or not it was the first game you put on the table. Yeah, okay.
So this is a 2-team asymmetric logic puzzle and deduction game.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep trying to close things and I'm opening things instead of closing them. The chat is busy.
Oh.
Okay.
Impressive illustrations. Agreed. All right. We continue our unranked journey. Maya, Matthew, and Zoe bringing forward Cursed VHS. A cursed VHS has stolen our souls. Quickly, grab hands to start the ritual. We only have one chance to survive. I have played this in person. I did not survive. I did not manage to put my soul back together. Or any soul, really.
One time you've played it?
I've only played it one time. Yep.
I also have only played it one time. It felt to me like after one time, it was one of those like, let's play and mess it up and then try again right after. You know.
I'm pretty sure Matthew stole a bunch of stuff that could have been useful for my soul, but it could have been someone else.
Matthew was just testing the game. Matthew was just, we need to test what happens when there's a jerk. Because Matthew doesn't know any jerks, but they definitely exist in this world.
Zoe confirms that Matthew would do that. I'm just saying. I think it was actually someone else that like, oh, it might have been David Kessler who was like really getting all up in the souls, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Nobody was sharing souls. People were just hoarding souls. It was quite the situation. Let's see. Duck, duck, choose. Matthew, Zoe, and Zach.
Okay.
Ducks.
Again.
There's more ducks. Play as ducks, dividing up trinkets before a bully takes everything. A multi-victor voting game. Yeah.
Is this a retheme of Don't Give Zach Tiles?
I don't know. I never played Don't Give Zach Tiles. But is Zach still in the chat? Calling Zach. What the duck is this game about? Good question. It's about ducks. Ducks and their trinkets. You know how ducks love trinkets.
Oh, this is a retheme of that. I think Zoe says. Okay.
Gibbon take. Jason.
Yeah, this is a choice name.
The zoo animals have escaped and are throwing a dance party. I mean, that's a good choice once you've escaped. Play sets of dancing primates in front of you and roll the die to collect fruit tokens. Beware the gibbon who can take your fruit. There's a video. Everyone can go watch the video. Oh, this is from years ago while they were running a public game night. So this was a flexible game for small and large groups. Cool. A lot of design takes, now just trying to get the balance right. Considering crowdfunding or print on demand, but also looking for a publisher.
I need flexible player count games. That comes up so frequently at game night.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Who is this? This is me. Good Kitties by me. A cooperative mission-based game of house cats taking over the world. Distract the dog, catch the mice, and build ridiculous contraptions, all while convincing your humans that you are good kitties. Yep. That's what we're doing.
Good kitty. Have you been testing this very much at all lately? Or had you put it away for a really long time with all the busyness with other...
I sort of put it down. I picked it up every couple months last year while I was trying to get Pirates out. But this is next on deck for Pink Hawk Games. So it's running it through its paces now. You're going to see a lot of it. But I need to recruit a couple of game groups who want to play the whole campaign through. But what I'm hoping to do this weekend is do some onboarding to the current system and see how easy I need to make the first mission such that people can actually learn all the rules, but also it's still fun and interesting and makes you want to play the second mission.
Mhm.
So I'm sort of really focusing on that first mission right now. Um, aw, it's pretty PogChamp.
I don't
I
know
don't
what
know what
that
that
means.
means.
I
That's
think it's a
PogChamp.
compliment.
I'm gonna go with it.
I've heard people say poggers. I don't know what
Uh,
that means either, but it seems good.
yeah. Oh, sweet. Love it. And yeah, I'm gonna need some online people doing the campaign and some in-person people doing the campaign. So hit me up. Would love to have a couple campaigns running. Dot 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 dot.
So this is
Doot, doot.
the dinosaur head, lizard head,
What?
PogChamp. Okay, that okay. So PogChamp, you can't see it when
Oh,
but it looks like
no.
a. It
Oh, is
looks
it an
like
emoji that I can't see?
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's an emoji, and
Oh,
it's
that looks
also.
like a raptor to me.
Is it a raptor?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe. It's
Looks
just
like a
it's so
dinosaur.
tiny. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay. I do know Pogs. I
Yeah,
do.
but
I know
poggers.
Pogs.
Yeah.
I had a slammer. I really wanted a flashy slammer, but I could only have just like a regular slammer. I couldn't afford the one with a little battery in it that like its little eyes lit up. That was
It's
yeah.
a joyous. It's a joy. I love the way this looks. PogChamp is this emoji. PogChamp.
I love a raptor,
Oh,
and a joyous raptor is
technology.
even better. Like raptors might be my spirit animal after cats. I'm like a cat raptor. That's my spirit. Um
Oh boy.
all right. So this is we'll hit the end of my block is very short this year. So not so cozy kitchen. This game is technically called Cozy Kitchen. I've gotten some
Okay.
playtest feedback that it's not very cozy.
It's not
Uh
meeting the
but
expectation. Yeah.
yeah. So it needs a new name, but for right now, this is what it is. We are creating cozy recipes, serving them to our friends. Uh, and when you don't have all the right ingredients, you can blend up a bunch of stuff. So it's like you needed meat to go in uh your fried rice, and you didn't have it, so you just got a bunch of cheese and you put that in instead. Um, and it's great. Um,
Are you
or you could
committed to it being cozy, or do you like the way it plays and you're gonna just stop calling it that? Or undecided?
it's not trying to be cozy. It's trying to be gateway game a la Ticket to Ride with some opportunities to get in each other's way. So it's not really striving to be cozy, but it is striving to get people interested in sort of like thinking about what recipes they make and what food goes into it, and like, ooh, I want to kind of substitute one food for the other and try different like flavor sort of things. Like when I go to the store and there are no beets, I'll just pick up parsnips instead and it will be fine, right? It's kind of the thing that like a lot of cooks do, where you just have whatever you have and you just make something.
Mhm.
So anyway, the problem is that the second half of it is like a thinky abstract, is what someone said.
Okay.
um, and
And that's not
so
what you want the focus to be.
the spatial puzzle is the area
Yeah.
control is getting a little out of hand. So I'm trying to bring a couple different versions of this weekend and sort of see which one, because I've got a sort of branching path in front of me.
Very good.
I chose hexagons, but apparently
I
it's
fixed
gonna
it.
they changed it to hexagons. But what if they were actual hexagons? Soccer
It's
54
just
premiered.
it's just somebody from Chicago saying hexagons.
It's great.
Hexagons.
Hexagons. Soccer 54 premiere from Greg. Playing soccer with playing cards. Sweet.
I think this premiere, like, it's what's called Soccer 54 only last time. I think this premiere edition is the version that has like a side deck that you use to play with playing cards, and it's part of it was a contest that there's a Kickstarter right now that is like the people who are backing the Kickstarter can vote in the contest, and Greg placed.
Cool. Well, Jamie's gonna play it because it's 2-player. I'm assuming Premier also refers to like the Premier League, for those who are into football, as it's called over there. We got some videos.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch video, the playthrough. It's back.
It's a pretty sharp looking playingcards.io table.
Yeah. But also, yeah, we've been promoted to the next level from the lower leagues up to the Premier League.
Okay.
Yep. Was play tested in January here at Protospiel.
And
Added all the cards.
I gotta say, I don't think I said this on the last stream. You know, time melts together, but Greg is a soccer announcer, like professionally. Or I was trying to say a college soccer announcer professionally. So
Yeah.
when you play a game with him, he like announces your move by move, and he sounds exactly like
Oh my
TV.
gosh.
It's pretty fun.
How do we box that experience, right? That's amazing.
Oh, wait. I missed one. Jamie says
Yeah.
it's sports.
Yes. Jamie is allergic to sports. Oh, here we go. I bet you this is going to be Jonathan. Following Leaves. A trick-taking game where each trick offers different rewards, incorporates push your luck elements in addition to card play to take some tricks and dodge others. Jonathan's doing a whole series. He talked about this based on the seasons with some like punny names. Following Leaves. Presumably there's some must follow in there.
I don't think I've gotten to play this one. I've gotten to play the an early version, at least, of the one that's about more like the spring season one. And I've played the winter one,
Which played any in this series, so
more fit. I don't think Jonathan's developed. I think that the winter one is just completely done. It's melding snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I have not played any of them, and I would like to play them. This one is a Climbing Vines. Jonathan.
Yep. That
climbing shedding game incorporating light engine building. So Joe sent this to me. I've been playtesting a game called Climbing Vines on Break My Game for pretty heavily for the past like 2 months.
Oh.
I didn't submit it to. I'm not bringing it to Protospiel this weekend because I'm pitching it tomorrow. But I was like, oh man,
made a game with that name.
I have a game with this name too. So that would have been fun if I brought it this weekend. But I did not bring it this
dueling climbing vines.
Dueling climbing vines. Can we like strangle and entangle, or will we be like
versus kudzu?
Yes. Well, there might still be holiday hijinks. We just haven't gotten there yet. We're still in seasons. So I'm curious, is this spring or is this summer? It feels
That's a good question.
springy.
Yeah. I think I have the same question. Yeah.
Jonathan, we have questions.
It feels summery too. I don't know, like spring maybe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was like butterflies or bees or something came to mind, but that's also very summery. I'm not sure what the difference, what the clear difference is between summer and spring.
I don't know. I mean, these look like things that bloom in the spring. I don't know. Well, Jonathan will tell us. Clearly not tonight. I'm not seeing Jonathan in the chat. All right. Corpus Callosum, Milan. A role-playing game for 2 to 5 players set in 1950s noir, where players steer the mind of a wasted gumshoe, working together to keep them conscious long enough to crack a dark murder case.
Wow. That's evocative.
Yeah. One player's the game master and narrating a compelling murder. Then the rest are one of 4 systems: sensory, motor, language, and limbic. All within the mind of a drunken gumshoe. Nice. That sounds cool. Excited to try it.
Oh, we have this designer here. Because I can tell because that's their screen name.
Nice. Tears of the Gods. Like stacked like a layer cake, not like from their eyes. In case anyone's not reading, following along. So you're going to start the game with your fighters in the arena. Though they can handle their own, you draw their equipment and spells to destroy your opponent as fast as possible. 2 to 4 players. Final testing, so this game is almost done. You build a team of 3 fighters. Let's see. And then you fight. You may ascend during the match, get to your victory sooner. Your cards cost energy to play. Strategize and bluff as you need to win this game. Great.
Jamie has a very
Jamie's
full dance card for a half
yes,
weekend that they have to work part of. So
absolutely doing
I'll have to
nothing
take
but
brain
playtesting.
checks. You
Yeah.
know, I will take that situation for a moment to say,
Mhm.
pitch the purpose of making a designer diary or it's just called diary. You don't have to be a designer to have a diary in the
Yeah.
Protospiel Discord. You just have to have been an attendee at least once, either playtester or designer. But it makes a place for people to say, "Hey, I wanted to play that." And if you have a designer diary, I think I did this before I said desiry. I need to just coin it. It's desiry. But anyway, if you have one, you can link to it in your post so that right when people are looking at like, "Oh, I missed this one. I want
Mhm.
to play it." They can quickly find your diary and tell you so, and
Yeah.
you could maybe set it up some other other time.
Yeah. Love it. Yeah, no one needs to sleep this weekend.
Right. In general,
That's
sleep, but you can
that's what
take a break
Monday
from
is
it
for.
sometimes. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
oh, I see. I'm doing this out of order. Kenneth.
yes. Sleep is for the weak. Yes.
The week.
Nice.
I mean,
Yes.
I want a game. I want a game called this.
Sleep is for the weak. Yeah. Not for the weekend.
Hmm.
Yeah. Sneaky Squirrels is poggers. Yeah. So Sneaky Squirrels, Joe Kell. Is Joe Kell still in the chat? Or is Joe Kell and the Hamburglar, have they all been kicked out? Um, so
Speaking of
you are
sleep.
squirrels and you need enough food to survive the winter. Good luck. Joe Kell's still there. I want to play this one. Just because I want to be a sneaky squirrel. I'm not particularly sneaky in general. There's so much sadness in the chat right now.
Well,
I
you
know.
can luckily
Oh,
there will be a
the
replay that
Hamburglar.
will be published.
Oh, the Hamburglar. All right.
I don't know. I think the Hamburglar is a new viewer, and we've already created a new bit just for you.
This is what Joe wants you to think.
Mm-hmm.
I would the Hamburglar. I'd love to meet you this weekend at Protospiel Online. I will play your game. All right, so it's too complicated. This is Jack. You are co-designers developing a game together. This is a competitive two-player heavy Euro game with bingo win conditions. Two-player game, 180 minutes. It's new. All right. Oh. Oh my goodness. Cool. I have no words. Well played, Jack. Well played. I won't, Jamie. Well played. Heavy's doing a lot of heavy lifting there. Yeah. Too complicated, too furious.
Mm-hmm.
Shovels and scallywags. We're dipping back into the Tanner experience. A hidden bidding, bluffing, and set collection pirate game where you place shovels or bombs face down to attempt to plunder the most valuable booty cards and prove your sea salt.
I just want to say that the joke's on Jack, because after they put that description, they tried to put an image and it turned out to be a broken image.
I did see that. I did see the broken image. I was like,
all right, but back
yeah.
to Tanner's games.
Yeah. I hear it's awesome. Jamie
Yes.
says it's awesome.
I've played this game what feels like 5 million times. Not really.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 though. Like more than I usually have
Oh,
played.
I think I've played.
Played
Have
one
I
of
played
these.
this
I
game?
played it even in physical form when I went to Protospiel, Michigan.
Interesting. I like recognize these little trays. Like I don't recognize the game, but maybe this is like a tabletop playground component or something that
I
other
think
games
so,
have used.
yeah.
Okay.
Usually, well, that video is showing it on Tabletop Playground.
Mhm.
We play this on Screen Top a lot. It's probably
Okay.
actually on Screen Top for the purposes of this weekend, but
Yeah.
but I could certainly see building something in Tabletop Playground just to videotape a pitch to make it
Yeah.
feel more dynamic.
More real, more 3D. Yep. Kindred
I'm not very
Critters.
good at it either, Derwent.
Um,
And there's been a few times that I've almost won the game, and I think I'm generally robbed. I don't. In real life, I log published games that I play and who won for a journaling purpose, but I do not log who won anytime playtest. So the record is lost, but it feels like I've never won that game.
Well, this is Kindred Critters from Carl. The king needs an army. Start with your band of critters and use them to connect with others based on common traits. Find all the friends you can, but you should focus on your specific goals. Good tip. Let's see. So players create the board from 2 of those categories, take person goals from the other 2 categories. Then you pick a feature up, down, left, right to connect. Pick all critter cards that match your feature and connect to other matching cards. Simple enough for almost all ages. We have a board of kindred critters, goals, simple, cute animals. Love it. Ooh, this is one I am trying to play this weekend. Joe Kell and Eli. Yep.
So.
You are cats that work in a bodega. Be cute and help customers shop. So this is a cooperative game of cats, I think, where they're actually trying to be good, as opposed to my game where they are not trying to be good, even though they say they're going to be good. I'm very excited to try this. We've been trying to get together and exchange playtest details. Meow. Exactly. That is my point. Cats helping.
Yeah, helping.
Yeah. I mean, bodega cats have it sweet. Like they get to like lie in the sun. They get to like hang out in the cooler if it's like too hot. They can like hang out in the fridge. Like, yeah, it's great. Okay, Joe Kell. Oh yeah, Joe is beautiful and cool by Joe Kell. I just thought it'd be fun to get you to say the title, but this can also be a stand-in for Tootin' and Hollerin' if I decide to bust that out. Well, I would be very excited if you busted out Tootin' and Hollerin', which is a game about farting, where you want to have the loudest and the stinkiest fart, but not wet. You don't want the fart to be wet. So
it looks like, yeah, I know that there's a pitch video where Joe has like done one of those different perspectives things, like I'm this player, I'm that player. It's comedic gold. Too bad it's not on this page.
Joe does great videos. Joe made me a real quick video for Pirates. That was, I mean, I should have used it for the Kickstarter video. It involved a bagel on Joe's kitchen counter.
What? Oh, was it a bagel?
Or was it a piece of bread? Half a piece of bread? I don't know. It came in like a bag. It was like the butt end of whatever the bag of.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to be butt cheeks. That's my guess. My guess is that is an illustration of butt cheeks.
That are,
could be wrong.
beans, right? I think each of them are beans, but yeah.
Are they? They look like butt cheeks that want to like. Anyway, Joe, maybe I've just misinterpreted all of your art. Apologies.
Oops. They're beans.
Yeah, the baggage thing with gluten-free bread. Those are beans. Sorry, Joe. I was just like, they're shaped like anyway. Spindletop, Brooks Barber. This is the Texagon.
Mm-hmm.
So Spindletop is a medium to heavyweight Euro game about creating an oil empire during the early 20th century Texas oil boom. Made of Texagons. Texas and Texagon format. We got a video. Check it out. You're doing Texas Hold'em poker in a game about Texas. That is clever. That's like really, really clever, Brooks.
Oil and Texas and Hold'em. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, not the official shape of Protospiel online. All right, Draconian, also by Brooks. A push your luck game of political intrigue. Will you be a usurper, a royalist, or a revolutionary? It's a push your luck game based on a moving target blackjack system, which players try to get as close to the king's hand as possible without going over it. You're also working towards 3 goals: overthrowing the king to rule yourself, helping the king consolidate power, or feeding the rebellion and ensuring a change in government. This is an unranked game. Back into the unranked ranks.
Wait, what does that say?
It says Draconians Jedfish.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I got you. Zoe, picking up what you're putting down. That's cat on keyboard.
Right.
Not everyone speaks that. Excited cat on keyboard. Excited pogger on keyboard? I don't know. A Dance of Swords. A cane. A short and quick strategy card-based sword fighting game in which you have to outwit and outmaneuver your opponent and properly plan your moves. I do. Didn't someone say Pogger? I don't know. Pog champ Pog? I can't remember.
Zoe said Pogger. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, someone needs to put the emoji back up so I can read it again. Yes, this is calling all Jamie Sabriel to come play this game. I've learned some. I'm gonna go on the podcast next week and just constantly be dropping poggers. And everyone's gonna be like, what is happening? PogChamp. There we go. So we've got an identical deck of cards, each player. Play them out in 3 columns of increasing size. And you take turns playing 1 card from each column, starting with the tempo player, with each card defining how you move your pieces and slash your blade in an attempt to stab your opponent in the heart. Starts feeling a little complicated, but then becomes really intuitive. Then becomes really heavy strategy. Cool.
Sounds like a circuitous journey or a roller coaster kind of experience. Roller coaster of emotions.
Yes.
When playing this game. Okay.
All right.
I have no idea how to pronounce that. Do you?
Ratatosker.
Okay.
So the thing is, it looks like potatoes, right? So it could be Ratatosker, but I think I would go Ratatosker. Anyway, a Norse myth-inspired bag building game where you allocate action chips to your various seasonal boats to sail the seas, battle sea monsters, and explore islands and trade with various tribes. Sweet, I nailed it.
I'm guessing you nailed it the first time and not when you
not
said...
when I went with potato. I mean, it's got that like skirt like at the end, right?
Ratatosker.
Ratatosker. It's like the skier, the yogurt that's like Nordic, Icelandic, something like that. It's basically potato. Thanks, Joe. All right. We are doing a bag builder. All right, bag builder, Norse bag builder. Squirrel game. This is the squirrel in Norse mythology who scaled Yggdrasil?
That's
Yggdrasil?
correct. Yes.
Okay.
I've heard
The
that one
world
said out
tree.
loud before.
I've read it a bunch. To carry gossip and news between Eagle and Nidhogg. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop reading if I'm gonna get more Norse names to read. Let's see. You are carrying out your ancestor tradition while also attempting to bolster your tribe and prove yourself the greatest descendant of the North myth. I did know about Squirrel Girl.
Mhm.
I
I've
thought
s
she was maybe gonna get live action, and then they were like, "No, it's not happening."
I've seen her in, the Marvel version of 5 Minute Marvel. Yeah,
Mm.
has Squirrel Girl.
So we've got different colored chips, right? Blue is sailing, red is battle, green is exploring, and brown is trading. And presumably you're putting these all into your bag and then pulling them out, dealing with sea monsters, becoming the best descendant. It's a Grubs game. Grubbing it up.
Is this is new? Is this not new? Does it say new? I do not remember seeing it around, but maybe I
Oh,
just have,
it is. Oh, that's the crowdfunding. It's mid.
middling. Okay, not
Yeah.
brand new. But it might just be it's a co-design, so
Yeah.
it might have been a while since they could put heads together or something like that.
Yes. Oh, I didn't say their names. Galen and Tanner.
Mhm.
Ah, I got stuck on the name of the game and just skipped right over the designers. Um, love it. Nice. 2021.
Okay.
All right. Cake or Pie from Roberto. I just played this the other day. It's a
Oh.
game of Sweet Allegiances. It's a trick-taking game for 3 to 6 players. At the beginning of the round, you do have to pledge your allegiance either to cake or pie. You have to be like, I am here for cake or I am here for pie. And then you battle. You're trying to win. You're trying to win only what you've pledged allegiance to because you lose points for taking the thing that is not your allegiance.
This game was designed with a marketing plan of Sue Sheldon in mind, I think. Like
Of who?
Sue's from Salt and Sass loves
Oh,
pie. They do on Salt and Sass instead of doing a ranked system, they do
mhm.
a game pie.
Nice.
So approximately 3 games that
Yeah.
meet a standard. So yeah.
Yeah, I was always team cake, which I in
Mhm.
real life I am team cake. So, um yeah, I don't need pie. Unless it's a chicken pot pie. That a savory pie I'm here for. Sweet
Interesting. What
pies
about
are like, meh.
cheese? So, okay, this is gonna be one of your debates if you like the taco hot dog thing. Is cheesecake cake or pie?
I would call it a cake, but I understand what you're saying. It doesn't have a what's the word they use on the Great British Baking Show? For cake. Ugh, a sponge. It doesn't have a sponge in it.
Yeah.
Can it be a cake without a sponge? I could see it being a pie. I think you're right. I think cheesecake's a pie. I'm going with cheesecake's a pie. It's
You
the only
like
type
it?
of pie I like. I don't like fruit pies, like fruit berry pies. They're just like too sweet. And I don't
Yeah.
like pumpkin pies because pumpkin. But
Mhm. Chocolate
anyway,
cream pie?
it's okay. It's pretty sweet.
No
And a
avocado.
pie is a bread bowl. Let's be clear, everyone. Uh, all right. Time Stream by Micah. Time Stream is a trick-taking game in which players can stream their cards out of a trick and into the future. Cards return to the present the next turn. Oh, it's a short one. 15 minutes. Fast game. It's brand new. Playing Cards IO. You gotta log in to try it. I think it's not stodgy, it's soggy, Joe. It has a soggy bottom.
Hmm.
I agree, cake is fancy bread. Underboss. Also by Micah. Underboss is a cutthroat mafia-themed trick-taking game where players have 5 chances to shoot the moon and 5 to bust every hand. Tanner is signing up to play all of Micah's games. That's what I'm picking up. This one's also new. Yeah. Yes, agreed, Joe. Paul calls other things stodgy.
Yeah, I have not. I've not played this. If this is the same Micah I'm thinking of, this Micah lives near me. But I have not played this game.
Can we suss it out from playtesting groups? No. Sweet. But yes, in your time zone.
That seems likely, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Domino City. Derwent, I think already went to bed.
That would be fair. It's
yes, it's a billion hours later.
Yeah, it's like 5 a.m. where Derwent is.
Yes.
I'm surprised Derwent came at all.
Yeah. So players take on the role of rival investors looking to make the most of Domino City, stack dominoes, and Derwent's still here.
Oh my gosh. Derwent is a marathon.
Derwent, you are a champion. Call you in, and here you are. So stack dominoes and claim regions to score the most profit at the end of the game. Final testing. This one's all wrapping up. We got a video. Everyone should go check out the video. I do like that stacking. Ooh, I want to play that. Ooh, solve the woolly ending by reworking the third player component. Like to see if there are any more light additions that can be added as alternate modes or mini expansions. Mostly looking for unguided playtests. Cool. I really like the dominoes that you have. Those are nice looking.
Yeah, this is an example of figuring out how to get Tabletopia to work.
Yeah.
Game that really needed 3D and not paying for the premium version that requires you have to pay for to get 3D pieces.
Yep.
Oh wow, but
this looks
my understanding is these are simply thick tiles, and this is how it was accomplished.
Ah, nice.
Those cubes look a lot like 3D pieces. Are they also just thick tiles? Wow. Or did you spring?
Be cubes from they might be, if it's Tabletopia, they might be a component that's just like native to Tabletopia.
Okay. Okay, and the 3D thing is like you're not allowed to import custom 3D things in.
Right. Yep. Yep. All right, the Museum of Dwarven Delights by Derwent. Deliver requested gem displays to the Museum of Dwarven Delights by digging the best hand. It is new. It is a new one.
Okay, yep.
Brand new idea. Want to see if there's anything interesting over just playing poker. Great. Kingdom or Bust. Here we go. This is also by Derwent. Implemented on screen top. Players wage war by placing dominoes in this light tug-of-war strategy game. Features a blackjack style play, and players try to push their opponents back. I have played this. I was really aggressive. I just pushed right in. It was fun.
I'm
sure it's changed a lot since the last time I played.
Yeah, I think it's been. I don't think I played it the last session. I played, the one before, so I'm not sure if it's changed very much. But
yep,
in that time,
yeah, I figured that we sort of stopped mid-word there, or after the first letter of the word. All right, Dungeon Divers from Dan. Dungeon Divers is a deck building and dungeon building push your luck game where you recruit and outfit your heroes while building a deadly dungeon.
There you go.
2 to 4 players. It's sort of mid its development process. During the game, you'll make money by entering another player's dungeon hero and making it back out safely, while hoping they die in your dungeon. So set your traps maybe, and
yeah, I've played like roll and write games or flip and write game that is the same idea. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm really curious what you do to build your dungeon in a deck building game. If it's a card thing, or
I mean, maybe you hand them over your deck, right? You're like, this is your dungeon. I just built it for you.
Oh yeah, yeah. It could be like a series of challenges is your dungeon, and they're kind of in a
Yeah.
deck of cards. Yeah,
Yep.
that can make sense.
Yeah.
Makes me think of like challengers, kind of.
Yep. Homunculi by Kane. You play as alchemists with a view for world domination, creating homunculi to fight and research monsters to create stronger homunculi to eventually fight each other for the world. Win the world. Oh, this is a longer one. Seems like it's a heavy game.
Interesting. The
Brand
picture
new.
doesn't give me that vibe, but
Those are just the
there
cards.
must be a lot more than 4 cards.
Yes.
Yeah. We just can't see them.
Yeah. You start with a blorb, which is an amorphous blob. You're going to add skills to your blorb, add some body parts. I mean, you are making a homunculus, so that makes sense. All right. Build the best homunculus. All right. Sweet. All right, we're back. Back to Derwent. A couple people slid in there. But a taste for the king. Players take on the role of taste testers at a royal feast. Try to eat the most dishes without getting poisoned and serve your king their meal first. All right. Nearing completion. Yeah, I was going to say, I think I've seen this one listed before. I haven't played it. Have you played it, Heather?
Yeah, I've played it multiple times. It's been around since like 2022. I think it was January of 2022 the first time I played it. So it's a big group game too. So it's easy to fit people at the table.
Nice. All right. The last time I was able to bring the playtime down quite significantly, looking to bring it down sub 45 minutes. Cool. Oh, Fat Cats.
Okay. This is about the I can't remember the one, the Dungeon Delvers. I already forgot the name. Like,
What?
mind of a
The comments?
In the comments, this is an answer to what that game
Yes.
what the dungeon is like.
Gotcha. Okay. So this is Fat Cats. The designer is Ben. And I'm actually the one who's going to be playtesting it running the playtest this weekend. So this is a fast-paced game of cats who just want to get fat. So you are trying to eat kibble out of other cats' bowls and quench your never-ending hunger.
Are you saying that you're co-designing this, but you're not
No,
listed?
I'm playtesting I'm not listed. I'm the one who submitted. I'm playtesting it for
Oh,
Ben.
I see. You're like the
I'm
kind
working
of
with
like
Ben on
helping
it. Yeah.
as a developer sort of role.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I haven't finished digitizing it yet, so no pictures, no details. This is the one I put in right before I logged in. So we're almost at, 9:15 Eastern time in terms of when this happened. But yeah, there's like if you've ever seen the videos online of like all the cats running towards the food bowls and then they crash into the food bowls and the bowls go everywhere and then they're like eating kibble off the floor and like one cat's stuck under the other cat's leg, like that's this game. Oh hey, I see someone who was entering stuff as we started to talk. Fight sequence. Jamie Sabrio. Head-to-head card game of physics Yes, psychics thinking about fighting, not physics thinking about fighting. Psychics. 2 to 4. 60 minutes, final testing. This one is heading closer to Kickstarter. The Kickstarter is coming.
This one I still have not been able to play. With all the games Jamie wants to play and bringing their own games, we'll see if I get to play it this time either. But
yeah, 2 to 4. I was wondering. I was like, I thought it was 2-player, but it says 4. Love it. All right. Well, then your job, Heather, is to make sure you get in on a round of this.
Well, I guess now that it's 2 to 4, it might be That's part of the reason
Easier
it
to get
ends up
in.
being difficult to play Jamie's games because, like,
Yes.
they're taken before I
Yeah.
even have looked at the channel because there's
There you go.
only room for 2. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hex Shot. High Fantasy High Noon Showdown of 6 Shooting Sorcerers by Jamie. 2 to 4 players. It's new. It's a new game. 18 card game where you have your own deck of 18 cards. Each deck is 6 unique cards, and each card can be used in 6 different ways. The permutations here, y'all. We are just woo woo woo. So for this game, I'm leaning into the heavy, crunchy vibes more so than other games. Twice as many cards as Ella Mystic, which is a 9-card game. Twice as complicated because that's math. Yep. Slightly narrower audience than other dueling games due to the number of options on your turn. I want to see some peeps play it who are more crunchy, thinky dueling games. Sweet. I'm sure we got a bunch of takers on that. Looks like Tanner's one of them.
So this might have to be the one that I prioritize, though, because I can't listen to the end of the podcast.
It's true. Yeah, you need. Yep.
I mean,
Anyone
I think
who's
you planned
stuck,
that, Jamie.
Yeah. Anyone who's stuck halfway through the last building the game episode is going to need to get in on this, so that they can play the game and then they can listen to the episode.
Since there's spoilers, yes.
Yes. 4 to 8 players, so should get a lot of people into that playtest. 45 minutes, nearing completion. The devil has infiltrated the community. Figure out who's carrying out the devil's will and eliminate them before their influence spreads. This game does have some material that might upset some players. To ensure everyone is cool with the content. Okay. Great. I don't know what's happening up there, but my chat just said aliens in a pop-up that I got from Discord. And I was like, what?
Okay. The news squirrel. Aliens?
Yeah. Aliens? That would really change the weekend if there were aliens landing right now. So Perry from Giant Leap Games is a fast-paced card game where players attempt to anticipate their opponent's movements to gain the upper hand in battle. Your best weapon is how well you know the mind of your opponent. 2-player. Mid-development. Shrug. Hey, Giant Leap Games, that is you. Yay. There's a video here. Folks should go watch it. This is from the desire to create a casually competitive game that can provide a casual level of play that allows for new players to contend with experienced player. So minimizing those skill and experience gaps that often come up with 2-player games and turns them sour when played with a partner, roommate, or sibling. Nice. There's an elite version for experienced players. Yeah, you're in luck, Jamie. Also, your Protospiel karma will be through the roof. So this is this designer for under a year. Very exciting. One Man's Trash from Cole. Wait a minute. Did I read this? You and your neighboring raccoons are scavenging in a junkyard for supplies for winter. When you're inside, you must avoid the human who's patrolling the area and listening for the rustling of paws.
This was like one of the first ones.
Did I read this?
But maybe it's a
I read this.
correction? I don't know.
Maybe. I don't remember these pictures. I think the pictures are new.
Okay, we found out who the Hamburglar is.
No.
You reveal yourself.
Wait a minute.
Uploaded a second prototype. So we've seen it before, but this time we can see the art. So we just need to...
Yeah.
I probably need to delete the original for you.
Yes.
I will take note of that.
Oh, the Hambler is Cole. Yay!
Yes.
Hi, Cole. I'm sorry that I called you Joe for most of this live stream. I'm sorry I didn't believe you were real. Oh, but that was our last entry.
Okay. Very good.
That's it.
We made it.
What a slate of games. My goodness.
I have a place where, as you add them, they go into a list and I could see the number really quickly, but I I could get it open pretty fast, actually. Oh, no, I can't because I'm not logged in. Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, it feels like it was a lot. Like it was more than 60 for sure. So
Yeah. I was like, wow, I don't know if we're going to end this tonight. We have 4 minutes until midnight where I am. I know that there are many other time zones than where I am. So
yeah, so it's like you all were doing it the last minute. You like to give me anxiety.
yeah. Coming into this, Heather was probably like, I think we've got 4 games this weekend. Like, those testers are going to get so many play tests.
Good night, Derwent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or
thanks
good
everybody
morning.
for joining. Yes. Yeah. More precisely. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Let me grab just this link for the badges and put it up for you one more time. Well, yeah, you all are gonna talk and talk and talk, and so I won't be able to leave it up very long. But this is if you do not have your badge, you want to play these games, you want to come just as a playtester. That's how you play these games. Get that badge, choose playtester. Playtester badges are pretty cheap, especially if you have a friend who can give you a first-time attendee referral code, which I have shared out on Bluesky. If you look at Protospiel's account, you can find one in the comments somewhere there.
Nice.
And yeah, so we want you to come and join us. We're going to, as you can see, we're ridiculous, folks. There's just more of this, kind of
Yep. 3 days.
loving jabs left, right, and center. And looking forward to being with you all this weekend. So thank you, chat, for joining us and giving us, like, Googling things for us and answering all our vocabulary questions.
Syzygy.
Yeah. Yes.
Work that in somehow this week. It's going to be great.
And there's a new game. There's a new prototype in the works already, I'm sure. It's the next Joe Emily mashup.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
And we really learned a lot about Poggers also and PogChamp. That was the mascot for this stream.
Yeah. And the hexagon. So everyone's keeping me young by teaching me, slang and important emojis that are not yet in my vocabulary. So I really appreciate it. Yeah, well, I'm not the one saying it right now, Jamie. And I didn't say I was being cool. I said I was being young.
Those are not the same.
Keeping me young.
I mean, Zoe got 666 points, but not the devil. Not the devil.
Not the devil. Definitely not the devil.
All right, friends. Well, we'll see you tomorrow at noon Eastern or whatever time it is your time when we open up LFG. And 3 days of prototyping. We'll see you there.
Yay!
Bye.
Good night, everyone.